Welcome back to another class on Evean Hazaer Halacha series. We are in Siman Aleph in Halacha Yud in the Pitchi Teshuin Ot Tazayin. This will be part 10F of the Shi'ur. If you did not listen to part 10I, please do so, because this is a continuation. In the previous class, we had spoke about the Mishnah Lemelech, where he did not want to allow the woman to get remarried to another man after she had received her get. The reason being is because he had a rule: the chol midi de lomatzi avid hashta lomatzi mishavi leshalich. Anything that you're not able to do now, you're not able to appoint a messenger to do it for you later. He had that rule. So therefore, when the husband wanted to go and get married to another woman, we said let him give the get to the shaliach halacha, to the delivery agent. But the problem is, at that time, could have the husband divorced her? No, because she was not in her right state of mind. So therefore came the Mishnah Lemelech and he said, since she's not divorceable now, you can't appoint a shaliach to divorce her later when she's going to be normal. So that's why he wanted to say that if that would have happened, don't think that don't think that divorce is a divorce, and she's able to get married to other people. Came the Mishnah Lemelech and he said, in such a situation, she's not allowed to get married to other men. So, one more time. Let me just clarify yesterday's class one more time. In short, the Mishnah Melech came and he said, the chol midid lomati avid hash, anything that you're not able to do now, lomati mishav leshalich, you're not able to appoint a messenger to do it for you later. So in our case, where the husband was married to a woman who was not in her right state of mind, when he wanted to appoint a shaliach halacha to bring the get to his wife when she's going to be in her normal state of mind, we initially wanted to say that she's allowed to remarry other men. But came the Mishnah Lemelech and said absolutely not. Because of this rule over here, came the Mishnah Lemelech and he said absolutely not. You're not allowed to go ahead and marry off with such a divorce. Why? Because at the time when the husband appointed the messenger, she was not divorceable. If she's not divorceable, therefore you can't appoint a messenger to divorce her later on. Today what we want to see is, the Pitchi Teshuva is going to want to try to understand the Mishnah Lemelech. Why do he say there's different types of women who are not in their right state of mind? Let's try to see this today in the Pitchi Teshuva. Comes the Pitchi Teshuva and he says, "Velachor," and seemingly, yesh lomar de davke im hi shotah gimura. Rabotai, I'm going to have to use a little bit of more foul language. It's not foul, but we have to say that this case, where you're not allowed to use this rule, that is specifically in the situation where she is completely crazy. What does that mean, completely crazy? Which means to say, she's not able to guard the divorce papers. In this situation, she's not considered to be divorceable from the Torah. So since she's not divorceable from the Torah, therefore we're going to tell you that if you had a husband that he appointed a shaliach to such a woman, and eventually when she became normal, since from the Torah she was not divorceable, this appointing of the shaliach doesn't help. So if a husband went ahead and he gave the shaliach the get, and say 6 months later she became better, since this woman is completely crazy, we're going to tell you that when the shaliach hands over the get, she's not allowed to get remarried to other men. The reason being is the chol midi de lomatzi avid hashta lomatzi mishav leshalich. Anything which the husband was not able to do now, he's not able to appoint a shaliach that it should be done later. That is the rule. We can say that specifically when you're dealing with a woman that is completely crazy. How do you define completely crazy? A woman that's not able to guard her divorce papers. Aval comes the Pitchi Teshuva and he says, however, she's able to guard the divorce papers. You'll give it to her, she'll put it away. She knows how to guard it. It won't get lost. Only she's not able to guard herself. I mean, people will take advantage of her. Demina Torah bat igureshi. In such a situation, she is not completely crazy. In such a situation, she's partially crazy. Rabotai, listen to this very carefully. Shota Gimura, if you have a woman who's completely crazy, she'eni yudad l'shmor et gita, she's not able to guard her get. We're going to tell you de'ena bat girushim in the Torah. We're going to say that she's not divorceable from the Torah. So if she's not divorceable from the Torah, we're going to say, we say that this rule applies over here. So therefore, she's not able to get remarried to other men. However, aval im yudad l'shmor et gita, but she's able to guard the divorce papers. Rak eni yudad l'shmor et atzma. But what? She's not able to guard herself. Like men can take advantage of her. They'll do whatever they want with her because she doesn't understand. Bad girushin min the Torah. She's really divorceable from the Torah. You can't divorce her. V'rag the Rabbanullah. It's just the rabbis. They said don't divorce such a woman. Wait until she becomes normal. In such a situation, we don't say the rule. Meaning to say this rule don't apply here. That means that if the husband went ahead and he appointed a shaliach in case number 2, meaning impartially crazy, he appointed a shaliach, and now when the shaliach went and 6 months later gave her the get, over there we're going to tell you she's able to marry other men. What's the problem? Because from the Torah she's divorceable. Don't apply this rule over here. Okay, so let's see that inside. Aval, however, if she's able to guard the get, but rather what? Only she's not able to guard herself. Dimina Torah bat igureshehi. From the Torah, she's divorceable. You can really divorce such a woman. Verag medrabanalo. It's only from the rabbis that she's not divorceable. Why did the rabbis say that she's not divorceable? In order for people not to behave with her in an improper way, because they're going to make her like owners. They're going to do with her whatever they want. So the rabbi said, really, she's not divorceable. Again, you have to understand the case very well. Let's say you have Reuven and Sarah, right? They're living together. Now, he's not looking to get married to another woman. No, he's not looking. But he also wants to divorce her. We're going to tell her, listen, don't divorce her yet. Just wait until she becomes normal. Why shouldn't you divorce her? Listen, because why did the rabbi say that she's not divorceable? Because if you're going to divorce her, men are going to take advantage of her. However, he says, what happens if Reuven and Sarah, the same case, where she's partially crazy, where the rabbi says she's not divorceable in the normal situation, but in this situation where you want to get remarried, comes the Pitchitchu and he says over here, in this situation, you'll be able to appoint a get, and when she's going to become normal, let him deliver the get to her. Now she's divorced, because from the Torah she's divorced, and now she's able to go ahead and get married to other men. And he goes and marries another woman that he wants to go ahead and get married to. And that's what the Pitchitchu is telling us. He's trying to say that there is a difference in the level of instability that a woman has. You can't just say a woman is crazy, but define what does it mean crazy? So we have 2 types of crazy. You have a woman who's completely crazy, which means to say she's crazy to such an extent that she's not able to even guard the divorce papers. A woman who's partially crazy, she's able to guard the divorce papers, but she's not able to guard herself. And that over there from the Torah, she's divorceable. So from the Torah, she's divorceable. Don't apply this rule. If we have a situation that we're going to come across with a person where he wants to get remarried to a second wife, we're not going to use this rule to hold us back. On the contrary, we're going to say, you're allowed to go ahead and appoint a shaliach. Whenever she's going to become normal, she'll be normal. The guy will go get married to a second wife, and 6 months later, she'll become normal. He'll give her the divorce. She'll go get married to another guy. Finish. And that's what the Pitchitchu is telling us right now. Look what he says. From the Torah, she's divorceable. It's only from the rabbis they said that she's not divorceable. Why isn't she divorceable? People shouldn't behave with her in an ownerless fashion. They shouldn't take advantage of her. Like it's brought down in Shas, Masech Yevamot, on page 113, side 2. And this he says, Ein lomar bezeh, don't say in this, kol midi de lomati avid hasher chulu, etc. And this the Rabbanan case, he tells us, don't use this rule, the chol midi de lomati avid hasher lomati mishav l'shlich. Don't use this rule, since she's really divorceable from the Torah. Okay. כמו שכתב המשנה למלך בפרק ב' מהלכות ביאת מקדש דין ו' עין שם. Okay, he brings down the sources. ומדברי הגאות המשנה למלך בפרק ו' מהלכות גירושין הנכתב לאל אין הכרע. Rabotai, listen to this carefully. Now comes the Pit Chishur and he says like this: from the words of the Mishnah L'Melech in chapter 6, from the laws of Girushin that we quoted above yesterday, and Hechreya. Rabotai, it is not decisive to say that what he meant is exactly, that's how you have to understand it. Meaning his words over there were unclear. You can't really understand what the Mishnah L'Melech was saying over there. When the Mishnah L'Melech said over there that we're going to answer her from getting married because we're using this rule, it's not clear. The case was not clear. How do we see it? So he says like this: because over there the language is unclear. Why? Because he wrote over there, that he wrote, there was a story, there was a case. In Constantine, I guess in Constantine, with a certain man that got engaged, meaning arus is when he's already first level marriage. V'nodel bedin, and it was known to the bedin, to the court, sha'arusa hayta shota, that the arusa, his fiance, I don't know how you call the girl that he's supposed to marry, she was deranged. Be'otana yamim, in those days, she'eni yuda'ad l'shmor atzma. In those days, she was not able to guard herself. Umeshalacha v'chozra karinen be. Now, this is a rule. If you look into Masech Yevamot and Daf Kuf Yud Gimel Amud Bet, it says over there, "V'tana d'be Rabbi Shmuel." It was taught in the Yeshiva Rabbi Shmuel. The pasuk says, "V'shilcha mibeito." When you divorce a woman, the pasuk says you have to send her from your house. So it says over there. Shemishalcha ve'enu chozeret. Yotz'a zo shemishalcha ve'chozeret. It says over there, what does it mean that you have to send her from your house? It means the one who sends her from his house, meaning you divorce her and she cannot come back to you. But over here you have a different problem. Over here, we're going to apply to her the rule of, if you send her away, she still comes back to you. Why? Because she doesn't understand the concept of divorce. She's not fully there. So you can't divorce such a woman. So therefore she's not divorceable. So he continues over here and he says like this. Shh. So one more time. He wrote that there was a certain case in Constantine with one arus. And it was known, the bedin was informed that the arusa, meaning his wife, she was deranged in those days. She's not able to guard herself. We're going to apply to her the rule that if you send her out, then she's going to come back. That means she's not divorced. Again, he's bringing just the language in short. But now this is what we want to see. And from his words, mashma, it's implied, that when you're going to send her away and still she's going to come back to you, it is one thing with that she's not able to guard herself. If so, so therefore comes out over here that even from the Torah, she's going to be divorceable. It's just from the rabbi, she's not divorceable. However, in truth, this is not the case. This is wrong. Why? Like it's explained in the Shas over there. Here we go. This one, it says over there that if you're going to send her out, the concept of sending her out and she's coming back in because you can't really divorce because she's not aware, it's together with a woman who's deranged to such an extent where she's not able to guard her get, which is on the Torah level over here. The ain't a bad girushim in the Torah, that she's not divorceable from the Torah. V'lachen nira, therefore it seems, the ta'ud soverhu behagaot mishal lemelech sham. Therefore it seems to me that it's a mistake in the mishal lemelech over there. V'tarich oloimer, you have to add the words over there, she'ena yodad l'shmor gita, that she's not able to guard the get, because the mishal lemelech said she's not able to guard herself. That's not true. V'im ken, if so, yesh lomar de davka behach uvde hore l'isur. You can say specifically in the situation, in such a case, he said that it's asur where? In a situation where she was completely crazy. However, where she's not able to guard herself when it's only midrabanan, and like I wrote over here, she's a bad girushin min Torah. So therefore, don't use this rule here. So maybe she's able to get remarried. Or befrat, and it said, and especially lefi dad maran hamichar belkam mesim kuvutet sifvav, the bidavad miguresh, that bidevad, if this happened, she's actually divorced. V'tzarich, and he says, and it needs to be looked into it furthermore to better understand why did the Mishal Melech say it's asur. Maybe in reality it is mutar. She should have been allowed to go ahead and get remarried, because especially in Siman Kuvutet in Halacha Vav, the Shulchan Aruch the Shulchan Aruch paskins that the b'di'evet, if it did happen, we're going to tell you that she is divorced. So how can the Mishal Melech tell us over here she's not divorced and she's not able to get married to other men? So Rabotai comes out of here like this. Let's just try to summarize this outside. Came the Pitchei Teshuvah, and the Pitchei Teshuvah wants to say, came the Pitchei Teshuvah and he wants to say like this. You have two types of women that are crazy. You have a woman who's completely crazy, and you have a woman who's partially crazy. What does that mean? A woman who's completely crazy is this first case right over here. This first case. A woman who's partially crazy is this second case right over here. Okay? So we said like this. Shota Gimora, a completely crazy woman. What does that mean, completely crazy? She'eni yodal shmor et gita. She's not able to guard her divorce bill, the divorce papers. So therefore, therefore she's not able to get divorced from the Torah. Since she's not able to get divorced from the Torah, if we're going to use this rule, meaning to say that if a husband went ahead and he appointed a shalich to such a woman to divorce her later on when she's going to be divorced, we're going to tell you she's not divorceable and she's not allowed to get married to another guy. This is in this case right over here. Right over here. However, when you're dealing where she's able to guard the divorce papers, but she's not able to guard herself, really from the Torah, she's divorceable. You can divorce her. It's just the rabbis, they said, no, don't divorce her. Comes out over here. Don't use this rule over here. Do not use it. That means to say that if a person went there and he went there and he appointed a shaliach halacha to divorce such a woman, like in this case, we're going to tell you that she should be divorced.